Thanks a lot, Elton. We're very happy to be here, Ian and I. Let's now, first of all, check on the lads who are out on the pitch at this moment. First, then, the Arsenal side with John Lukic in goal. Number 2, Lee Dixon. He, in fact, is playing in midfield this evening. 3 is Nigel Winterburn. 4 is Michael Thomas. 5, Steve Bold. 6 is Tony Adams. 7 is Perry Groves. 8, David O'Leary. He'll be at right back. 9 is Alan Smith. 10 is young Kevin Campbell, and 11, Martin Hayes. With Kevin Richardson out with the virus, Lee Dixon, as I say, moves for the first time to midfield. He'll be marking David Platt, and David O'Leary comes in at right back. Otherwise, it's the usual Arsenal formation. Aston Villa, meantime, with Nigel Spink in goal. 2 is Chris Price. 3 is Kevin Gage. 4 is Paul McGrath. 5 into the side now, Andy Commins. 6 is Kent Nielsen. 7, Tony Daly. 8, David Platt. 9, Tony Cascarino. 10, Gordon Cowans. And 11, Paul Birch. And tonight, Villa revert to their 3 central defenders. Andy Comyn, a 22-year-old, now joining Paul McGrath and Kent Nielsen. It's a system they know well, and they haven't been able to play since Derek Mountfield's injury. Paul Birch comes in on the right-hand side. Tony Daly switches to the left. Our subs tonight for Arsenal, it's defender Colin Pates and Paul Merson. For Aston Villa, Stuart Gray and Mark Drake. And our referee tonight is Ken Redfern of Whitley Bay. Just about ready now to get this game underway. And really only the foolhardy would rule out completely the chances of Arsenal and Villa sneaking the title. But as Graham Taylor, the Villa manager, says, there's no hiding place for anyone now. They've all got to show us what they're worth. And it's Aston Villa then who get the game underway. Attacking the goal to our left, and there's Andy Comyn, a 22-year-old lad from Birmingham University, actually. Played just 1 game this season. That was against Liverpool. Played it at right back, actually, when he was marking John Barnes, and had a fairly torrid afternoon. McGrath. Dixon. He's never played in the midfield for Arsenal, though in his earlier days he was a midfield player before he became a right back. There's Tony Adams, Arsenal captain, back to John Lukic.
There'll be some good tussles this evening, Brian, and this one here between Dixon and Platt in the centre of the field will be one that we'll keep our eye on.
Lukic, a long ball. Big Kent Nielsen beaten in the air that time by Smith. But Nielsen getting it away eventually up towards Cascarino. Dixon losing out that time to Platt, and here's Birch. Stopped by Winterburn. A touch by him now to Martin Hayes. Actually, having been given the team sheet where Groves were wearing 7 and Hayes 11, in fact, Groves is wearing 11 and Hayes 7, so that you're not confused. A free kick to Villa. Arsenal 9 points behind Liverpool, remember, each with 7 to play, and Liverpool have to come here next Wednesday night. Villa 3 points behind Liverpool. They've got 6 to play, as against 7 to play by Liverpool and Arsenal. Kevin Campbell. Michael Thomas. Good ball there. Perry Groves chasing it. But some good, sound, composed defensive play there by Kevin Gage. Rice made a galloping run from fullback. So a really brisk start here at Highbury with a lot at stake. Hayes then wearing the number 7 shirt, and Perry Groves the number 11, and Villa with a corner. Nielsen and McGrath gone forward. They've got plenty of height, Aston Villa, with Tony Cascarino as well. Platt waiting, poised on the edge of the box as well. He's made a little run. A flick on there, And just over the back of that crossbar, I think it was Kent Nielsen who got the touch. A big Danish player. 6'4" of him. With Cascarino at 6'2", McGrath 6-footer as well. When they go up to that sort of situation, Villa certainly have plenty of height. Lukic with the kick for Arsenal. Hayes with the header. Smith. Kevin Campbell. There's a touch of handball there as he tried to control it. It'll be a free kick to Villa. Surely it is a night when Villa have got to stop pushing that self-destruct button. Only 7 points from the last possible 21 in the league. Smith. Groves, will he outpace McGrath? He's got Thomas in support. Over the top. That's a couple of times that Groves has shown great pace down that flank, Ian.
Yes, two very good runs, and actually at the end of it he didn't roll a very good ball back to Thomas in midfield, and had he done so, Thomas could have hit the ball in his stride. But two good runs by Perry Grove in the early stages.
And Nigel Spink with the goal kick for Aston Villa. Hit towards Cascarino, yet to score in the shirt of Villa. It was Gage. Platts. Dixon with him. Looked like a handball there. Linesman spotted it. Good spot. And a free kick to Villa. Gordon Cowans, so often the mastermind in the midfield for Villa, lining up this free kick. He's only scored twice this season, both times live on the match against Everton and against Manchester City. Number 10. And now he's going to float this free kick in there. And Adams was first to spot it. Platt and Cascarino were after it. And Villa get another corner. Platt and Cascarino there. Adams marshalling his forces. Cowans delivers a good, accurate free kick to the near post so often. Dixon will belt this one away, up towards Campbell. Price. Daly for the moment on that far side, but Graham Taylor was saying he will be moving much of the time down the left-hand flank.
That's where he's sort of moving over to at the moment. He's standing on the centre circle, Brian, but I think you're right. I think he'll be moving over to the left.
Here's Smith. And certainly Daly will be a test for the experience and the legs of David O'Leary.
I don't think David would be too happy to see him coming on his side.
At the moment decide who's going to take the throw. It's Andy Comyn. Up goes Cascarino. A touch back there for Birch. Cascarino again. And Villa will have quite happy memories of Highbury. In a season last season, their first back in the First Division, when they hung on to their top status by the narrowest of margin at the end. They were helped by 3 points they gained here in a 3-2 victory early in the season. But a guy called Alan McAnally scored twice that day, and he's now departed, of course, for Bayern Munich. Here's Alan Smith. McGrath gets it away. Cascarino's touch. Winterburn, a good turn, but it's again out of play. So Graham Taylor is saying it's a place where men of nerve have got to show themselves tonight. And certainly Villa appear to have lost their nerve over the last few weeks. They've really got to show the stomach for the fight now, just as Arsenal did right at the end at Anfield last season, and Liverpool have been doing for goodness knows how many years. Here's Perry Groves. getting it back, but then losing it to Winterburn, and it's a goal kick for Villa. And once you get on one of those downward runs near the end of a season when the pressure's mounting, Ian, it's so difficult to pull it round, isn't it?
Well, it is, but I do think that the problem Villa, if we would like to call it that, it started when Derek Mountfield got injured against Coventry City, and really their bad run coincides with that. Only 7 points in 21. And it's interesting tonight, you know, they reverted back to the 3 centre halves, and that was a successful formation for them, with Mountfield playing so well. And the thing that he could do, of course, was nick the odd goal.
Well, he got 8 this season already.
Yes.
He played 45 minutes a reserve game on Monday, Derek Mountfield. He's playing another one today, and they are just hopeful that he might be fit enough to play in the first team against Chelsea on Saturday. There's a massive kick by Lukic. There was an infringement too, giving Villa the free kick. And the news we understand from Selhurst Park is that Liverpool have gone a goal up against Charlton, which will only put more pressure on these two sides. Ronnie Rosenthal, the scorer for Liverpool. Here's Smith. Dixon. Winterburn. Manning Smith. There was some confident play there by young Andy Comyn. And Price now in the clear and able to get it back quite comfortably to Nigel Speed. Minutes gone, Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0. Old trip for a moment, but it was accidental. And if that had fallen for a Villa player very invitingly on the edge of the box, and Arsenal struggling to get it away, now they get a free kick, and so they can get it clear of their penalty area. Good home record Arsenal got. They lost only 1 at home, and that was against Chelsea. I think their form has been picking up again lately. That defeat against Chelsea is the only recent blemish. Victories against Nottingham Forest, Derby and Everton. And a draw against Manchester City. They're really pushing themselves back into this title reckoning. Groves with a throw, trying to release Campbell, but again Comyn was quick to spot the danger.
Good defending by the young fella there, Brian. Read the script well, took the ball away, and then just eased out of play up the line.
Another throw to Arsenal. Groves with it, ready to launch a long one into the penalty area. And a long one it is. Hayes was in there too, but it comes out to Tony Daly. Winterburn's header. Dixon. It's a good ball played by Dixon for Campbell. There's a lively feeling about Arsenal tonight. Dixon again crossing it in deep. And Gage for another Arsenal throw. Well, the way Groves throws them, they're as good as corners. And there's the perfect view. Tony Adams has come up. That really is a powerful throw, and Adams got his head to it. And Spink was at full stretch to get that away. Campbell turning it in again. Good spell this for Arsenal. Adams, though, puts it behind for the goal kick. That really is a good long throw, Perry Groves.
Well, it's fantastic long throw, as you say. Equally as good as a corner kick, and probably more accurate, I would think. And he certainly found Adams with it there, and it was a great header by Adams, because I felt it was going in the bottom corner. Possibly we'll see from this angle. Yeah, I think it was going in. Spink did well. Winterburn again.
Come in. O'Leary. Swept to Hayes on the far side. Price gets up above him. And Platt. Tony Adams. Campbell getting in behind them again. Martin Hayes. Throw given Arsenal's way. And there's Groves again. Once more ready to make good use of this very long throw of his. Villa should be alive to it. Well, Nigel Spink was.
Well, that's the best way to deal with it, really, is to say to the goalkeeper, anything coming in around that 6-yard box, you come and get it. And Spink did that very comfortably.
Dixon beating Platt in the air. Birch getting in though, and here's Cowans. Come in. Birch once more. Dixon. Groves. Thomas. Smith. Now O'Leary. Here's Groves. Thomas.
Well, the Arsenal fans are a bit upset there that Perry Groves didn't play one in there, you know, cross the ball. I think they were looking for a little bit of goalmouth action there.
Bold with a header. Up goes Thomas. In comes McGrath. Winterburn playing it forward towards Smith. McGrath. Platt. This is Birch. There was a foul on him by Martin Hayes. It's a free kick to Villa. Just past the quarter of an hour mark. Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0. Crucial game in the race for the First Division Championship. Once again, it's Gordon Cowans. He drove that one. McGrath up towards Platt. Birch again. 4 Arsenal defenders charging at Birch on that occasion. Kevin Gage. Playing a long one towards Cascarino. Got up well with his head. Birch! Oh, and it deflected off the defender. So it's a corner for Villa. And Cowans will take it. Nielsen up at the near post, McGrath just behind him, Cascarino ready to throw himself at it. Winterburn. Faced by Gage, the 2 number 3s who were former teammates at Wimbledon for about 4 seasons, in fact. Arsenal's throw, Nigel Winterburn with it. Perry Groves might get in, Campbell might. Still Kevin Campbell. Whipping it in. Nielsen well behind it for Villa. Hayes. Winterburn, a real up and under. A test for Nigel Spink here. Well, he didn't get a touch to it, but there was a foul on the keeper, presumably by Alan Smith. Arsenal fans unhappy with that decision. Let's just see how much the keeper was molested here.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I would say that Smith had his elbow up and, in fact, caught Spink in the face with it.
Cascarino and Bold. It was Cascarino who got the header. Winterburn. Campbell, good header. Smith. It's Hayes. Searching out Thomas. On this side is O'Leary. Still in play. Manchester City's great fight away from the relegation area continues. They're a goal up against Queen's Park Rangers. Clive Allen the scorer. Here's Steve Bold, 0-0 here at the other end of the table between Arsenal and Aston Villa. Here's Steve Bold of Arsenal, stopped by McGrath. Cascarino having a real battle with Adams. Plays it short for Tony Daly, who took a bit of a buffeting there from the Arsenal captain, and then Thomas gets a good challenge in. Daly once more. We've seen nothing of him so far tonight. Here he is again, those dancing feet down either flank. Now it's Birch. Cascarino waiting in the middle. Price, the fullback, has made a run as well. And it came off the defender for another Villa corner. Lively, pacey attacks from both sides so far.
Oh, yes, and I mean, Villa certainly have come here to try and win the game, that's for sure. I think this is about fourth or fifth corner kick they've had.
Cowans with the corner. Nielsen again at the near post. McGrath's in there too. And Lukic using his height well, but the punch only goes straight to Cowans again. Smith there. Now it's a Villa throw. Let's see if Chris Price can do what... Oh, he's opted for the short one to Daly, which was profitless. McGrath. And McGrath again. Hold. Groves. O'Leary. Smith. Now Thomas. Challenged by Platt. Still finds Winterburn. Adams. Arsenal certainly have pushed men forward. Campbell now trying to get the fullback Winterburn in. And it was Tony Daly back there doing a good defender's job for Villa, even at the expense of a corner, which Lee Dixon will take. Bold and Adams are forward. Bold looking for that little flick on at the near post. Adams to finish it off. It should be Spinks' ball. My goodness, he lost that. And there was a real flurry of boots there. Cowans gets it away. Up to Daly. Into Platt. Back to Daly again. A chance now for Daly, the first time tonight for him really to run at that defence. And he drove it hard and well. Good throw by Lukic to O'Leary. No goals after 22 minutes, coming towards 23. Smith, Campbell, Dixon. Driven well and saved well by Spink. And cleared by David Platt, the Villa captain. Here's Price. There's a terrific commitment to attack by both these sides, and all the defenders are joining in as well, as Chris Price did there. Up goes Gage. This time it's a free kick for Villa. Good run by Lee Dixon. And a good shot, which was well on target. McGrath's free kick up towards Daly. Out jumped though by Tony Adams. Winterburn. Groves after this. McGrath never for a moment took his eye off the ball. Dixon. Well, Queen's Park Rangers have equalised against Manchester City. Roy Wegley equalising that earlier goal by Clive Allen. 1-1 between QPR and Man City. 0-0 here. Oh, there goes Campbell, but he's surrounded by claret and blue. Campbell again. It's out of play.
Not such a good ball there, but I like the look of Kevin Campbell. I think he's he's a big, strong boy, good control, wants to get involved in the game. I think he's got a lot of talent, this lad.
He's got a good eye for goal. He's been on loan, as you know, Ian, with Leyton Orient and with Leicester City.
Yeah, I was talking to David Pleat about him, and David said, he just wishes he had the money to buy him. And Arsenal would let him go, of course, because he thinks he's got tremendous talent.
I think Arsenal value him. He scored a couple of times here in recent games against Forest and against Derby. Goes Platt. Birch. Cowans. He's got to work a bit of magic in the midfield tonight for Villa. He is again. This for Martin Hayes, though. Bit of space ahead of him because Price had gone forward. Price now getting back to number 2. Hit towards Smith. McGrath got a valuable header there. Only flicked off the top of the big number 4, but it was enough because Smith was poised just beyond him. Arsenal's corner. Nobody at the moment wants to take it. Yes, Winterburn's coming across. O'Leary adding his height to the goal line now, along with Bold.
Winterburn looking to swing this one in with his left foot, I would think, under the bar.
And it was Price who got the header away. Hayes. Dixon. Get towards Smith. The Bold, possibly. And again, Spink is there. Well, he's having a pretty busy night, the 31-year-old Aston Villa keeper Nigel Spink. He's been equal to everything so far. As with Bold shot there. Cascarino. Cowans. Price. Here's Nielsen. Cascarino. Birch into it. Gage has gone up ahead of him. That's a goal kick.
Actually, Gage had made a very good run there initially, and had Birch found over the ball, he was through. But again, he had a shot at goal at the end of it.
quite right that one of the reasons, I think, for Villa's decline has been the absence of Derek Mountfield, but the goals have dried up alarmingly for them as well. I was looking at the records. David Platt, for example, only 1 goal in the last 8, you know, where for a spell he only could look at goal and score.
That's correct.
Ian Olney, who's a young player of such promise, his last league goal was, he's not in the side tonight, was last December. And of course, Cascarino hasn't scored in the opening 4 games for Aston Villa. So they've had a problem scoring goals. Thomas. And O'Leary caught a little unawares. I don't think he expected Gage to let that one go.
Well, you know, when you're discussing that, Brian, one of the factors may be that Gordon Cowans has sort of faded a little bit. You know, at the beginning of the season, he was having an outstanding time. He was fashioning all the chances and scoring goals himself, of course. And I think that he's sort of shaded a little bit now, and as a result, you know, the chances have dried up for the strikers.
Well, here is Cowans. A long back pass.
Well, he's such a talented player, and you know, when he's playing and playing well, the chances are there for the Villa players.
There he is again, looking to get Cascarino away, but Bold is sticking close to Cascarino. Coming to the half-hour mark. Still 0-0. Here's McGrath. Scores coming in from the second division. West Ham, their charge towards the playoffs continues. They're leading Bournemouth 2-0 at Upton Park tonight. And a shot this wide of the mark by Campbell. Newcastle are also looking in that direction, leading West Bromwich Albion by a goal to 0. Liverpool still leading Charlton by a goal to 0. Ronnie Rosenthal. Remember, you can see the action from that game at half-time. There's Cascarino. Dixon. To Campbell. O'Leary. Harry Groves. Goodwill to get in there. Smith. I don't think, to be fair, Alan Smith knew an awful lot about that one, Ian.
I think it got a little flick there off Campbell, yes, and it just arrived at his feet. But you see, with Groves getting the ball in there, a chance, or a little half chance is created. I never understand why players who get the ball wide have a chance to put it in and then elect to knock it back to somebody else.
Adams. McGrath. Daly. Campbell. Oh, good defending again by McGrath. Needed to be. Smith was again looking for that little touch from some good work by Campbell. And another corner for Arsenal to be taken by Lee Dixon. Once more, Bold, Adams and O'Leary, the defenders, are up in that Villa penalty area. Good jump by Cascarino. Adams, toe poking it straight into the arms of Smith. "13 years at Aston Villa, he's been a terrific servant, Nigel Spink. Such a good, reliable, consistent goalkeeper. Well, Platt seeking to get away, but stopped by Adams. Hayes keeping it in play, Winterburn bringing it forward. Thomas on one of those surging runs of his. Well, it might come to Perry Groves. O'Leary. And off Birch for an Arsenal throw, once again to be taken by Perry Groves. Holding it up while Steve Bold gets into the penalty area. Smith in there as well. It's giving them all sorts of trouble. Smith on the turn, it might be for Lee Dixon. It came off a defender, so it's another Arsenal corner.
Arsenal are going to have a charge at this when there's 5 of them standing right on the edge of the box there.
It's one of their famous tactics. That must be quite an intimidating sight as Villa try and be big and bold against them, but it's Kevin Gage, I think, who got it away in the end. Gage once more, but it's another corner. Yeah, that's a formidable sight, and they're doing it again.
And Hayes was there as well, but just to the side of them. The big foot get together.
Let's look at that. Now that is some targets for Lee Dixon to aim for. There they go, all in different directions, but in the end it's Comin who gets it away. Winterburn kept it in play. Dixon hoisting another long one in there towards Alan Smith. Birch with a chance to bring it away now for Villa. A little flick there to Daly. A good little play by Tony Daly. And here's Paul Birch now leading the charge for Villa. Will he try a little too much? He almost got it through to Platt. Hands bounding after it on the far side. Dink back in there and Tony Adams there for Arsenal. Winterburn. Now Hayes. It's a Villa throw. Birch, after that mazy run, took a little knock there right at the last as he was trying to play the ball through to David Platt. It looks something like a hamstring. But Arsenal really have had it on point so far, but actually the Villa side, they're looking much more comfortable with that 3-man central defence, which is one that they've played so well for so long. They're looking much more comfortable than they have in recent matches that we've seen live on the match.
Well, that's right. I mean, Arsenal have had a lot of the ball, they've had a lot of pressure, you know, corner kicks, free kicks, throw-ins, as you say, that are as equally as dangerous as corner kicks. And they've lofted a lot of stuff in there, but I think that the Villa lads are defending well. Paul McGrath defending tremendously for him, as he did against Manchester City, Brian, a few weeks ago when you were making a comment then about how well he was playing.
Daly, Price, Chris Price, the fullback, tried to touch it for Platt, but in comes Adams again. Touch for Dixon, stopped by Platt. Dixon and Platt, I suppose, players under the scrutiny of England manager Bobby Robson, who's our guest in the studio tonight. We'll be hearing from Bobby at half-time.
I think Lee Dixon is beginning to settle into the position a bit there. You know, it's not easy for any defender who plays in the back four to come into midfield. It's a totally different game, and I think he felt it a bit strange and was a bit out of it early on, but he's had more involvement lately.
Runs. Smith trying to get in. This is Birch. Driven in there. Platt was almost on the end of that one. Gage again. Held up for a moment by Smith. Platt just flicking the ball out. That was a good bit of play by Platt. Lost there again by Gage. Price, you see the two fullbacks there combining for Aston Villa. It came to nothing in the end, but that just shows you when they when there's the opportunity to attack, they push everybody forward. And here's fullback Price again. Once more to Daly. Taking them on, that mazy dribble, he's gone all the way and stopped right at the end by Winterburn. Your corner to Villa.
Villa play in such a way that Cascarino is the only player playing up the front there, but he gets support when he can from the players coming from midfield and, of course, the two fullbacks. It's difficult for him, but it looks good when they've got the ball and they're flowing.
Carnes with a corner. Came off the defender, Steve Bold, seemed to me. The corner. Small Gordon Carnes will take it. And here'll be another one. Buried that beautifully then. He'd been floating him in towards the near post, and suddenly he hit it with a lot of power. It's a canny footballer, Gordon Carnes. Let's see what he does now. Maybe it'll be quite a different one, because Chris Price has gone right to the corner flag as well. And there he is, floating it in towards the near post again. Steve Bold up a well. Again for Arsenal, as Groves now brings the ball clear for Arsenal. McGrath. It's Price who's made the break. Lukic who's there first. Read that well. To go to half-time, 0-0. Winterburn. Andy Comin looking to get away, or get away from Kevin Campbell, but had to concede the corner. O'Leary, Campbell on that goal line. Dixon floating it in again. There's O'Leary's header. And Adams in there! Flicked away by Spink. Another corner for Arsenal.
Well, you know when you're playing against Arsenal what's going to happen at corner kicks. That it's going to be a ball in there, the big fella in the near post flicking it on, other people coming in on it. And they get so many of the goals like that. In fact, I think it was Nielsen that headed that one.
It was.
Under pressure.
Hayes. Campbell just couldn't turn sufficiently when he had just a moment of freedom there.
Yes, he was actually on his own, that which was surprising, because I mean the Villa lads have been back there in numbers, and young Kevin found himself with a little bit of space here, couldn't quite turn his body towards goal.
To Villa. Come in. From a long way out. Right up in amongst the Arsenal fans on the North Bank. He's become a real popular man, John Lukic here. Of course, he turned down the chance to join Queen's Park Rangers, which would have brought David Seaman here. And he's not missed a game all season, and he's a good, reliable man, and the Arsenal fans, well, they just love him. Groves. There's a foul by Nielsen on Groves. After the ball had gone, it's a free kick to Arsenal. Winterburn will take it. And the big men are up again. But the angle will now be different. Slanting something in for one of those big men to attack. In that no man's land between the Villa line up there and Nigel Spink. Plenty of activity, as you can see, on the left-hand side of the picture. Winterburn loading it in. I think it was Nielsen who got up there, and then Comyn. Hayes trying to get it back. Daly intervenes. But Winterburn also. And Arsenal keep possession. They get a free kick. So the last minute and a half or so of the first half, and a chance for Arsenal to apply real pressure on Aston Villa. A lot of red shirts on the edge of that Villa box once again. Towards Bowles. Again, they defended well, but it was Nielsen with the header that got it away. Thomas. Back to Lukic. Nielsen. Winterburn. Smith. Did well there, beat Comyn, but his cross was a little too firmly hit. But here's Groves. Nobody's had a livelier game so far than Perry Groves. Finds Thomas. Little chip by him, but just to him. Well, he's probably been the outstanding man in this first half, hasn't he?
Well, he's been very busy, certainly up and down this right-hand side of the field, and he's working like a beaver. And yeah, I mean, Arsenal, it's been quite an interesting first half, actually. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, Arsenal have had a lot of possession, a lot of ball getting in the Villa box. But again, the Villa lads have defended well, as you had mentioned earlier.
Into injury time at the end of the first half. Time added on. McGrath. Cowans gets it back. Just remind you that we get some action from Selhurst Park. Charlton against Liverpool at half-time. And the views, of course, of England manager Bobby Robson. It's a free kick to Arsenal. Lukic with it. They are defending well. There is the half-time whistle in this crucial game at the top of the First Division. At half-time, it's Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0.
Therefore, they've got more attacking tendencies, and at the moment, they just look slightly favourites to win the match, but who knows?
Well, there we go, Bobby. The second half has just started as we rejoin Ian St John and Brian Moore.
Thanks, Elton and Bobby. Towards Kevin Campbell. Smith. There's Thomas. Leary on that far side. Thomas trying to persuade him to get forward again. There's the big Irishman again. Perry Groves dinking it in towards Campbell. And in fact, Paul McGrath put that away for the corner to Arsenal. Cascarino going back to defend this time. You can see him there just coming into the picture alongside Steve Bold. Winterburn with the corner. And it was Comyn who got it away. And Spink from Martin Hayes' header. A return header that went through an awful lot of players. And Spink was down in the nick of time to save it.
Well, he's certainly been a busy man from the corner kicks tonight, hasn't he? And again, that one looked as if it was just going to evade him on his right-hand side.
That to Daly. Out on his favoured right-hand side. And right on the edge of the box there, the foul by Lee Dixon. And Daly arguing, I think, possibly, and so Chris Price is there pointing, saying, I think that was probably just inside the box. Be interesting to see this. Well, the first challenge, I suppose, if it was a foul challenge, was outside the box, although Daly fell just inside. It was a real hairline touch and go, that one. But the referee, Ken Redfern of Whitley Bay, has decided just outside. It's not a total reprieve for Arsenal yet, because Cowans is on the ball for Villa. It was flicked away by a defender, hoofed away by Perry Groves. Cowans. Again, it was a question of Daly's pace unsettling the defence. Now Thomas, no, it'll be Dixon. Hold. Gold backpedaling to get it back to John Lukic. And here's Daly, causing troubles all the time, Ian, as he takes on people.
You see, there was a foul originally when he bumped, and I think the referee blew for that. Although, as you say, the second time when he did fall, he was in the box.
And here he goes again. Gets a good cross in, but just too far ahead of Tony Cascarino. It'll be an Arsenal throw. You were talking to me at half-time, Ian, about what a difficult job it is now for Tony Cascarino up front for Aston Villa.
Well, I think that was an example there, actually, because when the ball came flying in there was only Cascarino on his own in the box, and had he had a little support, you know, if he didn't get it, maybe his partner might.
Cowans. Price. Can Daly get on the end of this? No. Adams, no nonsense about that challenge. Brushing Daly out of the way and getting the ball back to Lukic. Coming up to 5 minutes of the second half gone. Still goalless here at Highbury. Arsenal and Aston Villa. Lukic, long clearance up towards Smith. Thomas trying to make something of it. Groves in there as well. It was Birch who got it away. Cascarino without a lot of support. Adams. McGrath away. Thomas putting it in again. Again, Paul McGrath was there. Arsenal throw. Groves, that long throw of his towards Smith. McGrath gets it away. Daly. Blatt back to spin. Gold recovered well from that momentary error. Being hounded though by Cascarino. He and Adams look an excellent central defensive partnership tonight. Here's Blatt. Newcastle United have now gone 2-0 up against West Bromwich Albion. Middlesbrough were 2-0 up against Port Vale, also in the second division, but Port Vale have now pulled back to 2-2. As Groves goes racing through, but he was stopped by Gage. Will that go for the corner? No, it goes for the throw. And it'll be Martin Hayes who takes the throw. Shorter this time to Thomas. Nice watching him. Campbell. Another corner to Arsenal. And also in the second division, West Ham now leading by 3 goals to 1. That's against Bournemouth. Dixon then with the corner for Arsenal. Bold tried to get to it. Birch trying to get it away. He's only got Daly up. Will Daly get there first? He has. Tremendous pace by Daly, but in the end, he was so quick himself that it was impossible for anybody to get up in a Villa shirt alongside him.
What impressive pace he's got, isn't it? I mean, it's a great outlet for Villa when they do break away, that he stays up the field and they just throw the ball into the space behind the defenders and let Tony Daly have a run at it.
Actually, the Villa coaching staff, rather, have been saying they're trying to quieten him down a little bit. They don't want to curb his tremendous pace, but they do want him to concentrate a little bit more on his crossing ability. And it seems to be working, the point that Bobby Robson made at half-time, where he was sort of looking up to see what was on before he let go that shot at Lukic. This might come for Dixon. Oh, missed out on it, and Platt takes it up now for Villa. Easy for Adams. Campbell to Winterburn. Smith is pulled away from McGrath, a yard or two on the far side. Dixon's got his problems. And in the end, it's a free kick. Lee Dixon, they're busy times for him. Due to become a father again, he tells me, in the next few hours. His wife Joanne watching tonight, and we wish her well. Free kick to Arsenal. Lee Dixon playing in the midfield, of course, because Kevin Richardson's out with a virus that's been troubling him. He's gone to hospital for a few tests. Certainly there's been a good positive attitude by both sides here tonight, because they both realise fully that a draw is not the result they want. It's a draw at the moment with 10 minutes into the second half. Both sides looking for a good positive result to keep up the chase on Liverpool. Well, it's Villa doing the pressing at the moment. Kevin Gage, the full-back, with the free kick. Lukic coming for this, losing his fists above the head of Cascarino. Chris Price, who was left out of the game against Manchester City, the last one, but restored to right back now. Good throw. Adams away. Hayes helping it on. Nice little touch by Campbell. Some good running by Hayes, and a good ball by Hayes for Dixon. Rushed out of it by Kevin Gage.
Yes, Lee Dixon beginning, I think, to enjoy this midfield role, getting himself forward, Brian, whenever they pick the ball up Arsenal, and something he wasn't doing at the beginning, because I think he wasn't really too sure of the position.
Well, here's Groves with another of his specials. And a good long one again. McGrath coming for this one. Here's Dixon again, but this time Platt gets the better of him. He's got Daly up, and Birch has made a terrific run. Price has gone up there as well, but it's still with David Platt. A little chip by him. Well, it was a splendid bit of football, but not the finishing touch that Villa required, particularly with Tony Daly having made such a great run to the far post. Trying to force an error out of Bold. And then that little chip, oh, and it took a deflection off a defender, otherwise it may have been perfection.
I think it took a deflection off his arm as well.
Maybe. But here's Cowans with a corner. Terry Groves getting it away. Cowans towards Cascarino. Birch, or rather Gage. Cowans. Cut out by Dixon. Up goes Hayes. There's Nielsen for Villa. Birch on the far side. Smith. Campbell trying to get away from Comyn. Daly for Press. Cascarino trying to hustle an error out of Adams, and it's a goal kick for Arsenal. Some movement there. Paul Merson and Colin Pates coming out of the Arsenal tunnel, and a thumbs up from George Graham. He's relatively happy with things as they are, but he will certainly look for a goal. Graham Taylor on the right of the picture. And for so long in the springtime, Villa looked such a good bet for the championship. I saw them play at Tottenham about a month or so ago, Ian, and they beat Spurs, and they played so well that night. You could never see them losing another game, and then suddenly it all fell apart with the injury to Mountfield. What injury here for Gage as well, by the look at it.
But the championship is over. Everybody said it, but it's over the full distance. You know, you don't get any medals for 3/4 way.
That's right.
And Liverpool are proving that year after year. You know, they keep going right to the finish.
O'Leary. Thomas. In the better of Cowans. McGrath getting it away. They claim a handball there by Clapp, but the referee was looking right at it and said no. Cowans. Smith to Groves. A flick on. Stopped by Comyn. Cowans. O'Leary's throw for Arsenal. Alan Smith. Groves playing it in, and Nielsen gets it away. To Platt. There's Thomas. Winterburn. Hayes to Thomas. Cascarino chasing this one. Adams gets it. Steve Bold. The break is by Kevin Campbell. Nielsen there with him. Smith knocking it down. Here's Paul Birch. Price wanted it in his path and got it, but he showed far too much of that to Winterburn. Dixon. It is amazing we're still goalless when there's so much positive, such a positive attitude from both sides.
That's right, but you know, the defenders have played very well, and we'll have to give them a bit of credit. You know, there have been opportunities when it looked as if a goal might be on, and the door gets shut by good defending.
Groves to O'Leary. Thomas. Adams. Long range shots. A nasty old bounce just in front of Nigel Spink. But covered it well. cross. That might release Campbell. Campbell! Stopped by Spink. Nielsen certainly made life difficult for Kevin Campbell, but Campbell shook off the big Dane and didn't really quite hit his shot as powerfully as he wanted to. Shakes off Nielsen.
He was all off balance. That was the reason, Brian. He was off balance here with the tackle from Nielsen, and he just couldn't quite get his feet together to get the shot in.
And now Smith. Passing again towards Campbell. That time Paul McGrath was up well. Here's Daly. Laid it down towards Cascarino. Adams there first. Very positively indeed for Arsenal. Winterburn came off Gage. Arsenal's throw. Territorial Arsenal having so much the better of the second half. Still 0-0. Paul McGrath gets it away. Old turns it in once more. Gage gets it away. Willis throw. And a last-minute winner by Port Vale, who at one point were 2 goals down. Got them a victory against Middlesbrough, which puts Middlesbrough in a lot of trouble. And Kevin Gage, who we felt was injured about 5 minutes ago, is clearly in more trouble. Jim Walker, the physio. And West Ham have now gone 4-1 up against Bournemouth. The last we heard, of course, was Liverpool 3-0 up against Charlton. And Villa are warming up Stuart Gray. He's putting his top back on again. Gage. Only over 25 minutes of the game left. Here's Winterburn. Adams. Smith. Hayes. Winterburn. Price getting it away towards Daly, but it's out of play, another throw.
See what I was meaning about good defending again, Brian. That was a lovely little ball, just played behind Nielsen for Campbell, and Nielsen got a toe to it, hooked it away. It was great defending.
Winterburn's throw. Here's Smith. Campbell forced his way through Daly to Winterburn. A little touch of Daly by Daly on Winterburn's heels provides another free kick for Arsenal. And Villa have pulled everybody except Tony Daly back. Winterburn's free kick. McGrath first to show again. Thomas, that was a good header. Sideways now for Winterburn with a lot of space. That wasn't very good by Winterburn as Birch takes it forward into the path of Daly. And Arsenal know they've got to get back in strength now, and quickly. Still with Daly, but he lost out. Birch. Looked like a shove on Birch there. Play on, said the referee. And Arsenal delighted to do that as Groves now takes it up. Smith. Groves. That's a trip by McGrath. That's a free kick. So Villa earn a little respite, but now it's normal service again with Arsenal pushing forward, but everybody's still looking for this opening goal, and Gage is going off. And Stuart Gray, the Villa club captain, will come on. And man of considerable experience, Nottingham Forest and Barnsley. Winterburn with the kick. Chipped in there. And a good save. My goodness. O'Leary trying to get in there. It was Campbell, I think, whose header it was. Up goes Adams. In there once again. And Villa just delighted to put that behind for the corner. More good work by Spink. Another scare for Villa. And Arsenal close again to scoring that vital opening goal. Winterburn again with the corner. Groves. McGrath hobbling at the moment as well, which is a bad sign for Villa.
Yes, he got caught with Tony Adams there as he was playing the ball.
Winterburn played it in. Yes, it was Campbell whose header it was, and Spink saved on the line under a lot of pressure from Alan Smith as well. But Paul McGrath limping at the heart of that Villa defence. That's a goal kick. And Manchester City are going strong against Queen's Park Rangers. 2 goals in the last 10 minutes put them 3-1 ahead. That's not the final result. That's the latest score. Manchester City leading 3-1. Of course, we're still goalless here, but there are goals for you at the end of the programme. That's Liverpool bonanza away to Charlton. The last I heard was a 3-0, a Ronnie Rosenthal hat-trick. Up goes Smith. And another corner, this time off McGrath. Certainly Arsenal are getting a lot of possession and a lot of territorial advantage now, Saint.
Yes, they are, and Bobby Robson was saying he felt that they will score off one of these set pieces, and you know, there's increasing pressure going on in the Villa defence, and you think they've got to crack, but as I say, the defending has been good and the goalkeeper's been excellent.
Bobby also said in the last 20 minutes, which is what we've now reached, there's that foursome again. Adams trying to get in. There'll be another corner. Villa defender down.
Is it Nielsen?
It's Kent Nielsen. I think probably it was a clash of heads with Alan Smith. Or possibly Tony Adams. Well, we'll see at any rate.
So when you play the Arsenal, you have to have headache powders after the match. It's the amount of heading is getting done. A big Tony Adams coming in, yes.
I thought Tony Adams got kind of buffeting on the face as well. And there's blood on the sponge of the physio. And Liverpool have won at Charlton by 4 goals to 0. John Barnes, I gather, added the 4th goal. Oh, Kent Nielsen's okay. Arsenal with a corner. Lee Dixon with it. Floated towards the near post once more. Bold gets up there. Hayes. Dixon once more. Cross towards Adams. Adams got a good header in there. Campbell waited for it to come down. Smith with that header, but touched almost casually out of the air by Nigel Spink. Daly. Taken away nicely by Dixon. Here's Martin Hayes. Down the line, Smith head down after that one, but Nielsen takes the linesman's flag away. And Arsenal gets a throw. Hayes. Bringing O'Leary into it. Here's Dixon. Little step forward for Thomas. Trying to shoulder McGrath out of the way, and Gray. Groves with the cross. And that came off Cowans for yet another corner. Winterburn will take it. Still waiting for this important breakthrough. Still 0-0. And Arsenal at the moment looking favourites to score that opening goal. Finding lots of pressure now onto this Villa defence. Winterburn again with the corner. Floating it in there once more. Comin getting it away. Hayes. And chased by Birch. And a free kick. Winterburn taking it quickly. A bit of space here for Michael Thomas. Chipped forward by him. It was Cascarino right back there. And it's the full-back Price now. Only Daly is left forward. Now can Price find, well, Daly is about 5 or 6 yards offside. Free kick to Arsenal.
But the longer the game goes on, when Arsenal are piling people forward and everybody's getting desperate to get the goal and pushing men into the penalty area, you know, well, it's still 0-0. The Villa can break, and they have all this pace up front with Daly, and you always feel that something might even happen with that run.
And Paul Merson, we think, is about to make his entrance for Arsenal as Smith knocks it down. Nielsen, Cowans, so tight in there. They're going to take off Perry Groves, we think, and bring Paul Merson on. It's a throw to Villa on the far side. Birch. It'll be Martin Hayes. Martin Hayes will come off. Price with a header. Well, Lukic didn't really move for that. He knew he was dead, and if that had just crept under the bar, there's nothing the big goalkeeper could have done about it. And exactly the point Ian St John was making about a break, and Arsenal pushing forward, maybe losing their concentration just for a moment. A great jump by the fullback, and just over the top. Well, Martin Hayes goes off, and Paul Merson, who's missed 4 games after a knee injury, comes back on. A young and proven goal scorer, which is just what Arsenal want at the moment. Lukic with the kick. Smith. Come for Campbell, who tried just to nick it on, but Thomas had made a good run for him as well. Here's Merson. Birch trying to get back. O'Leary able to play the ball in early. Campbell trying to chest it down. Platt picking it away. But it's with Groves. Into the space now for Winterburn. Came off Nielsen. Winterburn again, a real competitor. And crossed a good ball in there, no, not quite good enough. I thought it was slanting, inviting the diving header from Smith, but Spink was always in command. Inside the last quarter of an hour. 13 minutes left. Arsenal's throw. Winterburn with it. And again. After tonight, Arsenal with 3 at home and 3 away. Villa with 3 at home and 2 away. Merson knocking it down towards Smith. Just over the top. And it just flicked off a defender, so it's another corner for Arsenal. But Merson immediately making his presence felt there. That's a
well, that sounds a lovely little knock down there, and Smithy battling away as usual when the ball's in and around the 6-yard box, getting the volley on it.
So a corner which Dixon will take. That might go anywhere. In the end, it was Birch who just got it away. Thomas. McGrath. Now the break could be on for Villa. It's Birch, and Dale is up ahead of him. Platt's going in as well. But Birch may have tried to do too much. And O'Leary gathers and gets it back to Lukic. That is again the unknown factor as Arsenal keep pressing forward, just whether Villa can mount a really strong counter-attack. Platt playing it on. Cascarino. Thomas gets it back. Final result, QPR 1, Manchester City 3. And Parker and Nixon? Megson. Parker and Megson, we understand, sent off in the last minute. Well, it's Stuart Gray now for Villa. Across the face of the goal, Cascarino has put it in, but the flag had long since gone up. For an offside against the big number 9.
But the warning signs are there, Brian. We keep saying this, and Arsenal have got to be very, very careful.
McGrath. O'Leary. Dixon. There's Campbell. Merson. Towards Alan Smith. Pushed away brilliantly by Spink. He hovered beautifully there, did Alan Smith, and got up as that ball went over Nielsen's head. A terrific header, but a splendid piece of goalkeeping again by Nigel Spink. Saint?
Well, that was the save of the game. I mean, he has made some excellent saves tonight, but there was power in that header. It was down, it was low, it was away in the corner, and he got there and knocked it away.
But a corner again for Arsenal. Nigel Winterburn again with it. Floated in once more. Adams is in there, and Spink is there again.
I mean, he's had a few like that which have come straight at him from corner kicks. You know, the lads have gone headed it straight at him. But that last save certainly wasn't straight at him.
Towering header by Adams, but never any problem for a man in the best possible form. O'Leary, neatly tricking the Birch. Up to Smith, who's beaten by McGrath. Cascarino. Dixon for Winterburn. Arsenal striving for this important goal that could still open up a chance of them defending their championship. And of course, with Liverpool here next Wednesday as well, which again is live for you on ITV on the match next Wednesday night. Here's Price. Here's Daly. Now he's going to run at them. It's really had Winterburn reeling there for a moment. Now, what's it across?
Well, the point that you made earlier on, and you were saying that Bobby Robson had been looking at this young lad, but wanted him to think more about his crossing. That was a great example. tremendous pace getting there, left the defender for dead, in a lovely position, and really and truly, he's got to make a good cross when he gets there. Otherwise, all the good work he's done goes for nothing.
Yes, the Villa coaching staff have been saying that's the one element that he's got to get right, and we've got to calm him down until he does. So that's 7.5 minutes left. Still 0-0. Result from Upton Park: West Ham 4, Bournemouth 1. Newcastle 2, West Bromwich Albion 1. Another result from the top of the second division. Hereford 0, Halifax 1, as the results are coming in thick and fast. Here's Groves now with a throw for Arsenal. Slightly different trajectory, but once again McGrath was there. Price gets it away. Birch being chased by Dixon. Dixon feeding Groves with a 40-yard pass. Groves. I think in the next couple of minutes you need to name your Barclays man of the match, Ian.
Fine.
Cascarino going for this one. Winterburn. It's bold. Merson. O'Leary. Dixon. He's fitted in so well in that midfield area. Smith. Advantage played there by referee Redfern, who's had a good night. Throw quickly taken. It's with Paul Merson. Dinked in towards Michael Thomas. That's Gordon Cowans for Villa. It's Adams. Steve Bold hitting one towards Thomas. Winterburn. 5 minutes of the game left. Campbell to Groves. Holding once more. McGrath well behind it. Only Cascarino up in a claret and blue shirt, though. He's getting a bit of support from Platt. Now, this could be interesting. Platt has pulled away. Price has gone through for Villa. A great chance for Villa. Chris Price has done it on the breakaway. Great play by Cascarino. And Price now right in the clear, kept his nerve wide of Lukic into the corner of the net. Ian St John.
Well, I did say, you know, predicted that this could happen because the way things were going with Arsenal, they pushed so many men forward, and it was a marvellous break, but great work by Cascarino in the first instance. I thought his play was excellent, but a great finish here by Chris Price.
So Chris Price, the man who was left out of the side for the last game when we were live against Manchester City, comes back into the side and scores with just 5 minutes to go. That could well put the end to Arsenal's hopes of holding on to their championship, but there's still 5 minutes to go. The first ever goal he scored for Aston Villa, and what a crucial one it could be. Winterburn. And Price doing his defending job now. It was such a good ball from Cascarino, because the temptation must have been enormous. One, to have a go himself, and two, because Platt had made such a good run on the far side, but he spotted Price coming in, and his pass was perfection. But here come Arsenal with a corner. Can Villa hold on? On our watch, about 3 minutes left. Dixon with that corner. Arsenal pushing everybody forward now. Little chip in towards Bold. Cascarino with the header getting it away. Dixon playing it much deeper this time. Adams on the far side. And Cascarino booting it away again for Villa. Well, George Graham in the centre of the front row there shakes his head. He knew that a victory was what Arsenal really needed to put pressure on Liverpool at the top if they had any hopes of retaining their title. Well, they've got a corner.
Well, the Villa defenders have been excellent all night. You know, McGrath and Nielsen, and the young boy Coming has done excellent as well. You know, he's had a game where we haven't really seen him make many mistakes. They've withstood the barrage, you know, so far. Can they do it with only 2 minutes to go?
2 minutes to go. Winterburn again with the umpteenth corner for Arsenal in this second half, flicked on by Smith and over the top. Saint, it's time to name the man of the match. I don't think there's much doubt there.
Well, I don't think there's much doubt, because if it hadn't been for Nigel Spink, you know, Villa would not have been in a position to have gone on and get that goal. He's had a marvellous game. He's kept him always in the hunt, and he's well deserves the champagne this evening.
Nigel Spink, Barclays man of the match. Here's Platt. Well, Villa, as we say, with 3 at home and 2 away after tonight. Liverpool, for their part, 4 at home and 2 away after tonight. Will still be favourites, Liverpool, but Villa now maybe can start another charge. The last minute of the game. Smith tried to make something of it. Perry Groves also. That man Spink won't be beaten by a shot like that. Cascarino taking it from Birch. Happy just to keep possession if they can down at that far end, away from their own goal for as long as possible. Here's Cowans. It's a Villa throw. The last few seconds now of normal time. It's a goal kick, which Lukic will want to take quickly. No, it's a free kick. So Villa's nerve seems to have returned, and it looks as though they may have rekindled their title hopes as Smith plays it on. Spink is there, though. And of course, Villa will be looking for Arsenal, if they do win here tonight, for Arsenal to do them a big favour against Liverpool here next week. There's O'Leary putting it away. Lukic with the run. O'Leary, as Arsenal play it forward again quickly towards Alan Smith and Kevin Campbell. Can Villa still hold on? Smith now. Groves in a bit of space, but Price has cut it out well, and now Daly can go on the run. Twisting and turning. Still twisting and turning. He's got Michael Thomas there policing him. But he's just keeping possession, and Villa are happy with that, and it'll be a throw to Villa too. It came off Thomas. The final whistle, and Villa are back in the hunt with a vengeance. Arsenal's title hopes have probably gone, and that goal just 5 minutes from the end by defender Chris Price, his first ever for Aston Villa, could still have a big bearing. Let's join Gary Newbon now with Graham Taylor.
Graham, with Liverpool winning 4-0, that was an important one to nick. How do you see the championship now?
Well, we've just got to hang on, haven't we? I mean, we've been in a position a month ago where it was in our hands. Liverpool know it's now in their hands. We've just got to look after our results, and we've got to keep our fingers crossed that Liverpool do drop some. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Arsenal could do you a favour now here next Wednesday, which we've got on ITV.
Well, let's hope that they do.
Thank you.
Graham Taylor, and a delighted Graham Taylor as well. Well, we'll be hearing the views of Bobby Robson after the break, and also the goals from Selhurst Park tonight. Liverpool beating Charlton 4-0. We'll be right back.
Pay less, prepare it yourself. Pay less, paint it yourself. Pay less, paper it yourself. Pay less, do it yourself.
There are certain rules you might follow when painting, but not when you're using Crown Advance. It's a rich, creamy emulsion that covers in just one coat. Advance from Crown. Paint that rewrites the rules.
Well, I'm nervous.
Yeah, well, obviously. Is it your first time then?
Yeah.
Yes, it's nothing to be nervous of, nothing to be ashamed about. Would you like me to give you a bit of help? Leave it out.
No, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
I know. It's just one thing, though. What's that? Don't forget to ask for a discount.
At the Nationwide Anglia, first-time buyers get a discount. Trust us. We'll be gentle with you.
The new four-wheel steer Honda Accord is arguably the world's most agile car. Small wonder, then, that it should appeal to the world's most agile minds. New Accord, agile power, engineered by Honda.
Long after most electrical retailers have shut up shop, there are still big names you can put your finger on at Comet. For a store that puts the customer first, you know where to come.
Maria, I have something to ask you. Maria, will you?
The Italians' most extravagant gestures are always accompanied by
Will you?
the most extravagant dessert. Wall's Romanza is a sumptuous combination of vanilla ice cream, chocolate toffee pieces, and rich golden biscuit.
Yes.
Romanza. The extravaganza.
For drivers of these popular cars, QuickFit introduced one-price quality exhausts. A complete system, for example, with a 2-year guarantee, or one price, $23.90 fitted. And if you drive one of these models, rear silencers and tailpipes, or one price, $14.90. One-price exhausts at QuickFit. You can't get better.
Only Heineken can do this.
In a world that's crisp and fresh and bright, with its squeeze of real lemon and lime, cheers Sprite.
One 0 here to Villa. Let's see the Liverpool goals now at Selhurst Park with Bob Hall.
You don't imagine Liverpool having cup hangovers, but early doors, it looked that way. Caught out by the cross, then Grobbelaar's idiosyncrasies. Scott Minto had almost done enough to put Charlton in front, but not quite. Grobbelaar pointing the way. But Liverpool are always at their most dangerous in such circumstance. Look at this from Ronnie Rosenthal. Old-fashioned brute force and endeavour from the centre-forward. Just when you least expected it, Liverpool were ahead. A goal in the first game that Rosenthal has started, tonight deputising for Rush. Kenny Dalglish is thinking of paying £500,000 for him to stand at Liège. That goal might just have convinced him. Well, if by chance it didn't, this surely would have done. Rosenthal totally single-minded in his pursuit of goal. His hat-trick came courtesy of another bit of Staunton magic. Barnes almost nonchalant with the cross. Rosenthal simply steaming in. In the final minute, Liverpool completely rid their system of Sunday's cup defeat. John Barnes making it 4, but it was Ronnie Rosenthal's night. Charlton are a step nearer Division 2. Liverpool a step nearer the title.
Yes, one step closer, thanks, Bob. Villa's pot simmering, if not boiling, Bobby. They're still in there after tonight.
They're still in there. It's still there to be won. Liverpool will... at one stage, we're going to have a good night tonight, because look at a draw here, and that would be a marvellous double result for Kenny Dalglish. But it's very much in the melting pot. It's not over yet. Liverpool will have to play right to the end of the season, I feel, with Villa screaming down their necks all the way.
OK. We're not going to tell you anything about what's happening at Main Road. Final thing to remind you to join us next Wednesday here on The Match at Highbury. Bye-bye.